Welcome to Racism Unfiltered, White Women Talk. Happy to have you here. I'm Kim.
I'm Michelle.
And we're going to be discussing a number of incredible topics. You're talking about acknowledgement. One thing that I think is a big, kind of higher level thing to acknowledge as white women is acknowledging the role that white women have played in white terrorism. And that's not a low-level thing. That's you've got to know the history from the.
That's some deep ass shit. 40% or 50% of slaveholders were white women.
Enslaved human beings were one of the first things we could own, and so we did. We owned, and the Casual Killing Act. Just thinking about that law that had to come into play.
Casual Killing Act of 1669. Permitted any slaver, master, or white person to legally murder an enslaved African without consequence when the death were to occur during the execution of punishment.
And then the culture that most people don't know about of how segregation was meant to keep Black people and white people apart, so we don't procreate and make little brown babies.
Right.
And it's like this, the sanctity of the white woman. White women have been the catalyst in some of the most horrendous events in the history of the United States. And if we don't know that, then we don't understand
our role in this terrorism.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
how we were used also. We were used and still are. Still are. White women are still used in this system of white supremacy, patriarchal, racist Christian capitalism. And again, white women are still being used. I see some white women in leadership positions and upholding a system that does not want
Secretary Trump. Oh, sorry.
Does not want you. It's upsetting and maddening at the same time. And, again, those are certainly probably not the women we are speaking to, right? And trying to connect to.
I'm going to say no. And also there's so much to it, because when I think about feminism, and I am blanking on the woman's name, but she was she's since passed away. She's a pretty famous Black woman who did a poem about women, and it's asking women, white women, how they can do what they do, knowing that what we've been through as women and feeling like a second-class person and being owned by our husband.
Yes.
And going on to owning other humans when we ourselves have been owned.
And that's right. And we are willing participants in that.
Yeah. And I mean,
Black women never were. Black women never were willing participants in any of this.
It is right that I, a woman Black, should speak of white womanhood. My husbands, my fathers, my brothers, my sons die for it, because of it, and their blood, chilled in electric chairs, stopped by hangman's noose, cooked by lynch mob's fire, spilled by white supremacists' mad desire to kill for profit, gives me that right. I would that I could speak of white womanhood as it will and should be, when it stands tall in full equality. But then, womanhood will be womanhood, void of color and of class, and all necessity for my speaking thus will be past, gladly past. But now, since it is deemed a thing apart, supreme, I must in searching honesty report how it seems to me. White womanhood stands in bloodied skirt and in slavery, reaching out adulterous hands, killing mine and crushing me. What then is this superior thing that in order to be sustained must needs feed upon my flesh? How came this horror to be? Let's look to history. They said, the white supremacists said, that you were better than me, that your fair brow should never know the sweat of slavery. They lied. White womanhood, too, is enslaved. The difference is degree. They brought me here in chains. They brought you here willing slaves to man. You, shiploads of women, each filled with hope that she might win with ruby lip and saucy curl and bright and flashing eye, him to wife who had the largest tender. Remember? And they sold you here even as they sold me. My sisters, there is no room for mockery. If they counted my teeth, they did appraise your thigh, sold you to the highest bidder, the same as I.
There's a lot to it, and a lot of it's highlight. If you don't know the kind of lower level stuff, the higher level stuff just makes us sound crazy.
That's right. It's right. And that's, yeah. And I think that's where, again, it's why it's so hard, you know, again, because we've been studying and educating ourselves for so long. Sometimes it's hard to know, okay, that's sort of deep. That's sort of a deeper level. We don't, again, want to lose anyone in that respect because of that understanding. But again, we are lifelong learners. We're still learning.
Nobody's experiencing all of this at once, and it's a lot. And
it is a lot.
When I talk, we, like, for example, I learned the hard way that the order of operation of things, because I've worked so extensively with more reluctant white folks. And
right.
Let me tell you, if you want to clear a room of white people, bring up reparations. Just saying.
You could probably bring up most of any of this, and you could clear a room of white women,
right. I'm not saying
white people for sure. Yeah.
Well, and that, like, I never realized what a high level, like.
Yeah. Well, again, a lot of times it's just like DEI. People don't know what it is and what it means. Reparations is another one. People don't know what it is and what it means. Mm-hmm. Black Lives Matter. People don't know what it is and what it means. Defund the police. People don't know what it is and what it means. Abolition. Abolition. People don't know what it is and what it means.
Yeah. The far right's done an incredible campaign to vilify some of the words that are just from academia, and so they don't mean what you think they mean. Thank you so much for being here with us.
We truly hope this conversation sparked some new thoughts and perspectives, maybe even challenged you in ways you hadn't expected.
Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell. Follow us on social media. Our information will be in the descriptions below.